What's good, y'all? We back with another Wednesdays with Will. Y'all read the title. Will, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. And as always, we're going to list the players first and rank them after, so don't get mad when we start spitting names. This is a good one, though. Tell you the truth, I didn't think it was going to be this hard to narrow it down, but it was pretty tough for me. So, Will, who do you got as the first guy that comes to mind when I say the top 5 toughest Miami Heat player of all time, a team that's all about toughness? Who do you got, man?
I'm not gonna lie to you. You say it was hard, but picking the names was pretty easy for me. First, I'm gonna go with the obvious. I'm gonna go OG, Udonis Haslem.
Udonis? Yo, he's gonna kick my ass. Of course, Udonis Haslem's on the list, man. Of course, UD's on the list, man.
If you're not a casual and you hear Udonis Haslem's name, you're gonna think of
badass.
That
well,
image where the
most people would think of old grandpa nowadays, but like you said, not a casual. You're right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you would think about that image with the blood dripping down his face during the playoffs. Somebody you don't with, somebody you don't mess with. My apologies.
I keep telling this man not to curse, bro. It's more editing work for me. You good though? You listen. If we gonna talk about Udonis Haslem, we gotta talk about Udonis motherfucking Haslem, man. Come on, okay. Come on, man. The Tyler Hansbrough one comes to mind. Of course, he was the first guy on my list as well. So the second guy I had on my list that I'm sure is on your list, or else we're gonna have to end the Zoom call right now, is the OG Alonzo Mourning. He's on your list, correct?
Yeah, my list too, for sure.
For some reason, Jeff Van Gundy thought it'd be a good idea to hang on his leg.
I'm gonna go with Chris Birdman Anderson. Same with UD, somebody you didn't want to f with. He was like kind of another enforcer on the team. Like certain moments don't come to my head.
Or Hansbrough, baby.
Oh, yeah, that's fast too.
The tats, it could be for show with a lot of people. It's not for show with Birdman. He's about that life. One of the nicest dudes ever. Same with UD, of course, but can't mess with Birdman. That's a good one. He's not on my list. The third guy I have on my list, you might have forgot, but if you did forget, I'm sure you'd agree he has to be on there. The black belt himself, James Johnson, former captain of the Miami Heat.
Oh, how'd I forget?
You did forget? Okay. I thought you may forget JJ. Obviously, we'll discuss later whether you agree with me that he has to be on the list or not. But again, even the casuals know you don't mess with James Johnson. He has the black belt in, I think it's even MMA or whatever he does. And he didn't get into many NBA fights, but that's because no one knew to pick or everyone knew not to pick a fight with James Johnson. So who you got, Will?
Next, I'm going to go with a newbie on the team. You probably know who it is. I'm going to go with Anthony Leon Tucker Jr.
Okay.
PJ Tucker.
Okay. There's several guys on this list, and just the name, something about the name Anthony screams toughness. You'd agree with that?
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't know what it is.
Well, how many? I ain't never. You know me. I ain't never came close to beating someone's ass. I ain't never came. I've had people want to beat my ass. You know, sometimes I'll flex a game winner in their face a little bit and hold the follow through for a second too long. But I ain't about that life, man. I ain't about that life. There's several Heat players you could have picked from this current roster. I did not pick any of them. You could have picked PJ. You could have picked Jimmy, which I feel like may be on your list. Is he? Spoiler alert.
We'll see.
Oh, God, you did put Jimmy on your list. I did not put PJ. You could have put Jimmy. I feel like Dedmon's about the life. We seen him wanting to beat Jokic's ass. Some people would say Morris is fake tough guy. I'll leave that up for discussion. You could have put him. I mean, I guess I kind of technically did put 2 people in the Heat organization. One of them I put his former player, current assistant coach, also in the Denver Nuggets picture, Caron Butler. What do you think of that one, Will?
That's not bad at all. It's Tough Juice, man.
Tough Juice. Yeah, he had the book named Tough Juice. I'm gonna argue for him to be on the list, but we'll see when we get there. Who you got?
I have to go with somebody who I feel like embodies Heat culture more than anybody who played for the Miami Heat since its beginning in 1988.
Is it the guy who choked in Game 7 when he took that pull-up 3?
Avid country music fan, barista in his off days. Gotta go with not only Jimmy Butler.
You gonna put a guy who, like you said, is a barista on the weekends, high class barista. You know, we ain't talking nothing tough. We talking that big face. You said best friends with Luke Bryant. You gonna put him on the list? I had thought about it too, but I didn't want to be too much for the recency bias. That being said, I will argue to the death for number 10, a guy I'm sure you didn't even consider. What do you think about this last thing that I'm typing right here, Will? The Godfather, Pat Riley.
But you see, he never played for the Heat.
He never played for the Heat. But if we just want to look at the title and stretch a little bit, top 5 toughest Miami Heat of all time, Pat Riley is the guy that started it all. The hardest working.
I think it says players right there, though. That's the only thing I would have had.
Where? Listen. Pat Riley, the hardest working, toughest. The toughest is in the motto. Nastiest. What's the motto? I'm a fake Heat fan. Hardest working, best condition, toughest, nastiest, meanest team. That's Pat Riley that started that. Without Pat Riley, Heat culture does not exist. The toughness associated with this organization does not exist. He tried to fight a prime, not even a prime, a big, as in fat, 400-pound Shaquille O'Neal in practice because he did not give up. Well, who else do you know is trying to fight Shaquille O'Neal? This man is 70 years old and said in the press conference that he's still getting it on with his wife every single night, bro.
Run it back.
Let's get into ranking though. Let's get into the ranking. We'll go from there. Number 1, without being said, the OG.
Mm-hmm.
Even if we didn't think it was the OG, like we said, he beat our ass and we didn't put him here. Number 2, do we agree on Zoe?
Yeah.
We agree on Zoe. Number 3 is where it gets interesting. These were my top 2, and the third guy I had on my list was James Johnson.
I'm not mad at James Johnson.
Listen, you a bad man when you ain't even got fights because no one wants to pick a fight with you. That's how you know you a bad man. And the kind of rep he has, and he got neck tats. I mean, Birdman got neck tats, but they're colorful. James Johnson ain't got no colorful tats. He's about business, man. I'll leave number 4 up to you. Who would you put out of these remaining names?
Is Pat going on the list?
Since he's not a player, I'm down to put him at 5. If you agree with my logic, we'll fill in number 4.
That's cool. I want to go Mr. Big Faith.
Number 4, you want to put Jimmy?
Yeah, I do.
I'm coolly racing Birdman.
Yeah,
PJ. I'm coolly racing Birdman and PJ.
Yeah.
Because PJ, he's tough. That's what part of it makes him such a great player. But that toughness is what makes him such a great player at that size, though. That's all toughness.
That's facts.
I would argue Karan and Jimmy over PJ, though. Yes or no?
For sure. Yeah.
Okay, so we can get rid of PJ. I brought up for Karan Butler is a lot of what he came up with, and he even has the book called Tough Juice and the nickname. But Jimmy, he grew up through some stuff too, man. And physical toughness is one thing. And if you want to talk about physical toughness, he is the elite of the elite. He is super jacked, super ripped, not afraid to put his head down to the basket and hit the ground every time, getting hammered by giants. He's got physical toughness. And when you talk about mental toughness, not only what he dealt with growing up his entire life, but also just coming where he came from, being a late first round pick. I believe he was the 30th pick. Not getting too much playing time with the Bulls, but still having that mental toughness and fortitude and hard work, dedication to get to where he's at today, going toe-to-toe with LeBron James, giving it all when his running mate was Kendrick Nunn and Bubble Boy.
GG.
And I feel like everything that he's done, even pulling the LeBron in Game 6, I think I'm comfortable putting Jimmy at 4.
I want to say, by the way, it's off topic. I called the LeBron mode in Game 6. I just got to put that out there before it happened.
When you say you called it, what does that mean?
I called it. Everybody was posting afterwards, after the game happened, that meme of him hunched over on LeBron in Game 6. I did it before the game. Everybody laughed. Oh, it's not going to happen. Da, da, da. Happened.
But did you call it, or did you say, we're going to get a good Jimmy game tonight?
No. I posted the picture for a reason. People post the picture laughing, joking about it. Oh, let's hope. I posted it.
And you were saying that was you saying this was a sign of things to come?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's faith. I'm telling you.
I like our final list here. Top 5 toughest players in Miami Heat history. The OG, UD, the GOAT. Please come back another year, UD. You know we want you back. And if you're a Heat fan that doesn't want OG back, just leave. Just log off.
And you know who we talking to when we say that.
Oh, I can think of a few people that disrespect the OG. Not I, man. Stay here as long as you want, man. We need someone to throw chairs around here, man. We need someone. Number 2, Alonzo Mourning, like we said, one of the toughest, strongest Heat players in Heat history. Number 3, the black belt James Johnson. Number 4, Jim VP, the Jim Reaper, Jimmy Butler. Too bad, fell just short. I would have made that shot, but is what it is, Pat. Speaking of Pat Riley, Will knows I've hit that shot over him in games hundreds of times for the win.
It's been a while, but you've done it like twice.
Yeah, that's because you always begging to be on my team now, man. Just like Donovan Mitchell gonna be begging to be on the Heat in like a month.
That is fact.
So I just compared you to Donovan Mitchell. That's probably the dumbest thing I ever said.
I appreciate it.
Number 5, Pat Riley, the leader of it all. Without him, there is no Heat culture. Will, what do you think of the list, man?
This list is solid.
We'll try to get to y'all Wednesdays with Will every Wednesday. We'll see what happens. If y'all missed any of the previous episodes, we got tons of cool videos like these. I'll put a playlist at the end of the video so y'all can click on that and watch some of them. I'm sure the quality will go up over time, but this was fun, man. It was a good time. Anything else you want to say before we get out of here, Will?
That's it, man. It was a good time. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Or not. Who knows? You like that.
That's copyrighted, Will. That's trademark. We'll see y'all again, man, because we recording a ton of these. So I hope y'all enjoy, man. Take it easy. We'll see y'all later.
Look, pull up in your city, tryna get that dead face. Do it on my own, I don't need no dead weight. Had to kill him off, yeah, I need a head space. You know this homegrown bitch don't offend me.